Now, meteorologist Ryan Mahan, your weather authority, powered by AccuWeather.
Well, this is the time we've been talking about the entire week up to this point, with Zeta moving in, looking like it would stay a Category 1 storm, then starting to intensify, and now just under a 3, and it has made landfall in southeastern Louisiana, and we see conditions deteriorating rapidly here in South Mississippi. You can already see the camera shaking here, looking south from the Hancock-Whitney building in downtown Gulfport. I tried to use my silver slipper camera so we could see what the bay looked like, or as far as the sound goes, how far up that water was, but can't see anything because of this visibility issue. We're just seeing all this moisture move in, and it's making things hard to see. So it really doesn't need to be said at this point, but you should be in your safe place by now, and there shouldn't be anyone other than emergency vehicles out on the road, because not only is the visibility getting worse, the rain and the wind, of course, going to increase exponentially in just the next couple of hours. So very hard already to even make out the lighthouse in Jones Park from the Hancock-Whitney building, again in downtown Gulfport. So there's a lot going on with this particular system. Some of the metrics have updated. I was mentioning that visibility. I had a few of the reporters going out trying to get some video as it was moving in, saying that they already couldn't see very well in Bay St. Louis, and that was about 30 minutes ago. Visibility has dropped 2 miles since then, down to 0. So basically dense fog criteria already off in Hancock County, and you see that slowly spreading as all this moisture moves in, and you're mixing that with these intense winds, which are going to be above hurricane force winds, upwards of 85, possibly even over 90 miles per hour with some gusts. So right now those winds, at least the sustained winds, are starting to climb. We're seeing some in excess of tropical storm force there. Bay St. Louis at 42. Gulfport's been just around 20 for the last several hours, and now bumping up to 28. You see Ocean Springs there getting a good one at 39. So these numbers are starting to go up. The gusts will go up as well. Looks like Gulfport got a good gust earlier. I heard Grant talking about how it was relatively quiet, and then you get one of these good blasts. Looks like Gaucher's just updated. So we're going to see more and more of this through the night, and unfortunately it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Much worse, in fact, before it gets better. Now, once that eye shifts over the area, that's when things will just as rapidly decrease in danger. We'll start seeing things clearing up pretty quickly. So right now, looking at the model, future wind gusts have us getting upwards of hurricane force strength just in the next hour or so. As we start going a little bit further to about 7:30, we're looking at about when I would expect now, due to the speed increase, seeing that getting upwards of about an 85 there you see in Gulfport. So this is going to be kind of our worst time frame, would be from about 7 to 8. And then it starts going down from there. By 8:45, we're starting to trend downwards back to Category 1 status here at 76 miles per hour. And then beyond that, it drops quickly below tropical storm force by just around midnight. And this is a little bit after that. So this storm will move in quickly. It's going to quickly bring us some very dangerous situations, and then just as quickly move out and leave us with some beautiful weather heading into the end of the week and the weekend. But in the meantime, the worst of this, or at least this thicker band, we haven't seen much rain so far today, now starting to move in. Wouldn't surprise me to hear some rumbles of thunder in there. And of course, on the east side of that line, which, you know, it's basically just perfectly splitting South Mississippi, you can see the potential for tornadoes there. So expecting to kind of see the bulk of the worst of this for South Mississippi starting to move in around 7. Then we see it moving in for a good amount right around the eye. In the Gulfport area, you now see that eye kind of in the Pearl River, Hancock area. Going a little bit further, the eye basically right on top of South Mississippi as we head towards 10. And then we're seeing things improving rapidly. And again, by about 1:15 in the morning here, we're left with a smattering of showers, some cloud cover, and some gusty winds, but certainly nothing that would cause anyone any harm at that point. And then things clear even by sunrise. We're already seeing the skies opening up, and everything will be nice. So in the meantime, we're still dealing with this. Hurricane warnings, of course, issued for the entire southeastern Louisiana and into the South Mississippi area, now extending slightly further north. Tropical storm warnings and hurricane warnings. But right now, we'll go out and about in South Mississippi with our very own meteorologist, Brantly. Brantly, what are you seeing out there?
Hey Ryan, yeah, things are starting to deteriorate pretty quickly out here in Gulfport. We're in Jones Park right now, and just since we've gotten here about half an hour ago, the wind has picked up considerably and the rain is much harder now. We're starting to see those first few really heavy rain bands move on shore like you were just talking about. So we are going to see that heavy rain continue on and off, increasing in coverage, obviously, as we go throughout the night. But we're starting to see those wind gusts now, and just to my right over here, we do have some storm surge already getting started, but I would like to note we are at low tide right now in Gulfport. We still have about another 4 to 5 hours before we get back into high tide, so the storm surge is expected to be incredible over here, around 7 to 11 feet. And the police right now are in the process of clearing people out of here. We've come through several times to tell people to get away. We have several onlookers parked out here, and the curfews are now going into effect. The police are working to make everyone leave, and they're going to be enforcing this curfew throughout the night as conditions get worse.
All right, Brantly, stay safe out there.